guys, this one thing will completely change the game, giving you way better chances at getting amazing results for your roofing client. And I explain it in this call I did with a student in the MinyonaElite mastermind community, where I coach guys just like you to get amazing results for their roofing and other contracting clients so that they can run amazing SMMAs. So let's just jump right into the video right now, and you're going to absolutely love it. Okay. Another thing I'll mention, and this is something you can talk to your client about, is, you know, when you're going after a particular area that your client wants to get clients from, you know, if they are in a major city that's hugely populated, that's densely populated, you know, and they give you this small little thing, they want a 15-mile radius around like the perfect center point or something like that. Like him and every other roofer in that part of town wants the same exact thing. And I'm not saying you should tell him he shouldn't go after the exact location that he wants, but you should also recommend to him, you should say, and this is how to present it in a way that will open his eyes and open his mind to this possibility. And that is, you say, you know, we have an opportunity to carve out a niche for you in what I call the forgotten neighborhoods. Every roofer is going after the same neighborhoods. Quick reminder while you're watching this to like and subscribe to the channel, and also check out the mastermind community below in the description. There's both a free community and a paid one. The paid one is where more of this stuff is released, and it's absolutely insane. But there are all these forgotten neighborhoods. They don't get served up ads nearly as much, but they need roofs just as badly. And so if we expand your area a little bit, yes, you might get leads that are a little bit further out than you might want, but now your competition goes from a 10 to a 2. And your lead cost goes from a 10 to a 2, because you're getting in front of people that are starving for what it is you have to offer. So if you're open to going broader, at least at the outset, I'd love to try that out with you. And then you'll just give me feedback. You'll say, listen, you know, I drove to 5 different houses who scheduled appointments. They were each 50 minutes away. And I don't like driving like that. I can't handle it. Or you might go to 5 and close all 5 and be like, you know what, I'll do an hour if this is how it shakes out. And you can say, and at the end, you know, after a week or 2 of getting appointments like this, all we have to do, you just tell me, we can make the diameter of the circle tighter. You know, we could make the radius smaller. So it's kind of a framing thing. You're kind of selling them at the outset.
That's smart.
The prospect of, you know, positioning them to get the best possible results they can get immediately. And then honing things in as you go. So I would recommend talking about the forgotten neighborhoods. You might say, you know, out of curiosity, are there any counties that you know of that have good homes a little bit further out, but you know are just not considered like the popular counties to get homes, you know, to get jobs in? Or would you be open to dominating and being the king of those counties?
That's
you know,
good.
If you're open to that, it would be something that I would recommend doing, at least at the outset, to see if we can make you the king of the counties. And they'll appreciate that sort of strategy. And then you kind of want to reiterate that, listen, you know, it's not that I can't compete with the other people advertising in that area, but and then this is a phrase they really appreciate because they understand it, is you say, but it's a numbers game. So right now you're looking to compete with tons of roofers who want the exact same thing. And the best marketer in the world, and I think I'm one of the best in the world, and you can say that because you are, right? And you know what you're doing. And you say, it's a numbers game. The best marketers in the world are all fighting for this area too. So you have to be willing to get leads for much more money in this particular area with this small of a radius, because everyone's looking at that. So, but you can also be the king of the counties on the outskirts and just totally dominate. And then you can reiterate, you know, you can say, you know, one of the things that the best marketers know that other people don't know is that the company who can spend the most to acquire a client ends up being the company that wins.
Yeah.
So we got to bankroll you by getting you some jobs in the forgotten counties so that you can kick ass
That's smart.
where
Yeah, yeah.
everyone's fighting the war. And that's how you present that, and that's just a killer way to explain it to them.
That's super smart. How many clients have you closed using that exact kind of framework? Because that's super good.
So it's definitely good on the sales call if you get into talking strategy.
Hmm.
However, I would be careful with it because on the sales call, you don't want to make them feel like they can't win where they want to win.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
certainly after they're your client, maybe on the onboarding, when you're mapping out where they want to target and where they want to target, deliver their ads.
Hmm.
Um, like what I do is I share a screen with them and I actually draw it out in like Google Maps. I draw where they want.
Nice. Okay.
And or I just say to them, yeah, I don't do this anymore, but my assistant does. But she says like, do you have like a few counties you want to advertise in, or do you want to just do like a pin with a radius? Now, if it's in a place that we know is really tough, she knows to say, she being my assistant, Elizabeth, she's amazing. And
Yeah.
if I don't do it anymore, but when I did, I would say, so this is a great area, tons of amazing houses to get, but there's also a shitload of competition. Can we throw in some counties on the outskirts that I like to call the forgotten people? Are there some counties that roofers aren't fighting tooth and nail to dominate in that we can add into the mix here? Because I'd love to get
Hmm.
you some really inexpensive but really awesome leads from the forgotten area in order to bankroll the war you're going to fight where you want to fight it,
That's super good. Yeah.
and that just
That's
pumps them
super
up.
good.
And so like you're framing it on the onboarding, you're setting their minds straight with regard to like how to think about what's about to happen.
Mhm.
And then they think to themselves, wow, this guy, he knows his shit. He's
Yeah.
really looking out for me. He wants to get me great results. And part of good marketing is selling to the client you're marketing for the things they need to do to be successful. Like and subscribe to the channel. And also check out the mastermind community below in the description. There's both a free community and a paid one. The paid one is where more of this stuff is released, and it's absolutely insane.